Okay, I hate to break into the middle of Johnny Taylor, but my first
I can
special.
make a call, okay?
Hold on, you still with me? Hello?
Hi, I'm here.
Oh, okay, good. I was just introducing you. I was
Thank
saying,
you.
actually, we met before because we were at the Jerk Fest and we were spending time under the same tent. So I don't know if you
That's
rem-
right.
I don't know if you remember, but I remember. But
I remember. Thanks for reminding me.
it's no problem. And she is a really, really, really nice lady because y'all know how pesty I can be. And as pesty as I was, she still gave me her time and we talked for a few minutes, even though she had other stuff to do. But I ain't got her here to talk about how we met. We want to talk about her event, which starts today. It's Michelle Kennedy, the founder, producer, and the executive director of the Chicago Southside Film Organization, and the third annual Chicago Southside Film Festival starts today, and we want to talk about it a little. So say hi to everybody, Michelle.
Hi, everybody. Great to be here and enjoying this afternoon.
Good, good, good. Tell them a little about the history of the organization, then we'll get into what's going on for the next week.
Okay, well, about 3 years ago in 2017, I decided that the South Side needed its own film festival. And the reason why is because until that point, there were about 100 film festivals in the city of Chicago. Some of them, were large and well established and went on for a month. And some of them were very small. They just might be at a church that lasted for a day or two, but none of them were on the south side of Chicago.
Okay.
Not at any of the universities or colleges, schools, community centers, what have you. And so I said, there's a lot of good filmmakers on the south side of Chicago. A lot of these, especially these young people, are using these phones to make movies and web series and documentaries and things. And so I said, let me just take a chance, rent a screen in the theater, find some young filmmakers, find some vintage Chicago films, made on the South Side, and take a chance. And so we started literally the same weekend 3 years ago at Studio Movie Grill on 87th and the Dan Ryan, near the Dan Ryan. We just played movies for a few days, but we got a lot of positive feedback and support. And so it starts tonight. And we just are honored to be a part of, the Southside's cultural arts and culture scene. And we appreciate the fact that we've been embraced and welcomed, in such a short period of time.
And yeah, it's a wonderful thing. And I was kind of looking at your schedule. I know tonight it starts at the Raven out on Western.
Yeah, it starts at Raven's Place, which technically is not in Chicago. It's in Blue Island, just a few blocks out.
Right, it's like 2 blocks from Chicago. Okay.
We're embracing them as an extension of the South Side. And what we're doing tonight is a celebration of the 35th year anniversary of the release of the first ever house music record. Jesse Saunders, who is a DJ with the Chosen Few, the guys who do the annual house music picnic, like literally 35 years ago, he put some of his money together and said, I'm going to create my own record. And it was a record called On and On, and it technically was the first house music record. Before that, the DJs would take, disco, funk, gospel, whatever.
Right.
And put it on the table, put it on the turntable and call it house, but he made that first freestanding house record. So we're going to celebrate him tonight. He's going to be there tonight spinning. Jesse's also a filmmaker. Some people don't know that. So he is going to screen a film called House Music, The Real Story. We're going to have a few of the Chosen Few DJs. We're going to have some people doing a live version of those classic house songs, the songs that we all know and love.
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
Live. And it's going to be a wonderful, wonderful evening of tribute. They're going to be house music awards. It's really, really, really going to be, a look back at 35 years of this wonderful music genre that, was born in the South Side of Chicago.
Yeah, and that's that's the only day, so I can warn you in advance, that's the only day that you guys are doing something that I won't be there, because we plan on being there for interviews and interjecting live broadcasts on HBK, as well as on globalnewsforum.com because
wonderful.
You know, I kind of talked with you about it, and I talked to Felicia about it. We ain't talked about it in detail, but we plan on broadcasting a lot of the stuff events. We can't broadcast the movies, but we can talk to people coming in the theater and talk to people after that.
We'd love to have it.
We'll be there. The day is the only day I'm gonna miss, and I'm missing that because I'm a house head. I am a house head to the nth.
If you like house music, if you're a house head, then you will appreciate like the history.
I've seen the lineup because I've been around for the start. Y'all y'all ain't got enough room. Y'all honestly don't have enough room for who you got there.
People. I know. We can hold about 400 people, and I'm not going to lie, there aren't that many tickets left.
I believe
if things go well again, don't be surprised if we try to do this again in a larger venue.
Most definitely.
An experiment, but don't be surprised if there's something like this, like maybe that happens next spring. We'll see.
Sounds good.
Tell people if they want to come. If they want to come, go on Eventbrite because there's no guarantee that you'll get a ticket if you just show up at the party tonight.
Yeah, I wouldn't attempt to get the book late. Now it might even be too late. Tell us a little bit about the rest of the days. I know tomorrow you're at IIT, right?
Right. Yeah. So tonight we open up with house music, and the rest of the weekend we're going to be, for the most part, at the Illinois Institute of Technology. IIT is a very generous sponsor and supporter, friend of our festival. So tomorrow, from 1 to 4, we're going to be showing a wonderful independent multicultural science fiction film called Mirrors, made by a team, Severn Pictures, out of Philadelphia.
Okay.
Then Saturday afternoon and evening, we're going to be at Studio 18, which is on the Cinespace production campus. We're going to do a script to silver screen pitch contest where young filmmakers can do like a 2-minute discussion or pitch of their
and real quick, not to cut in, because I got a question about that, because I got so many friends that do film and got stuff. One, do you kind of limit the entries and the things you show to movies made by people on the South Side, or can anybody kind of submit an entry or let you see a film?
Anybody can submit. In fact, the science fiction movie that we're playing, it was made by people in Philadelphia.
Great, I needed to know that.
But we have a preference for Southside filmmakers. We're showing 14 films this year. 12 of them are by Southside filmmakers.
That's bad. That's right? Amazing. Okay, now go ahead. I just wanted to get that in because because once I kind of put it out there that I was going to be kind of hanging out and being with y'all, they said, well, I wish I had known, can we enter?
Well, let me tell you
and I said, I'll be talking to her tomorrow and I'll find out.
Oh, yeah. So listen, obviously, we're closed for 2019, but in the spring of 2020, we'll be accepting submissions on filmfreeway.com, and tell people to just send us a message on social media, send us a link to whatever they might have on Vimeo. We're very open. So Saturday is science fiction and script to silver screen. Sunday, we're going to be showing a movie made by a local documentary film group called Cartemquin. It's called Cooked, Survival by Zip Code. I don't know where you were in 1995, but there was a really bad heat wave that took the lives of a lot of black people on the south and west sides of Chicago.
I remember distinctly, and for one reason, not to put humor into this, but that's when I first realized I was getting older, because when it happened, my granddaughter called me up and she said, are you all right, Granddad? I said, yeah, I'm cool. Do you? Everything is okay with you? I said, yeah. Why? And she said, well, because she lives in Minnesota, she said, I heard on the news that you were having a heat wave in Chicago, and that people should call they're old for older people that they know to see if they're okay.
And she was trying to be nice about it, right?
She was trying to, and I'm saying, oh, God, I'm old. But that I remember it distinctly because she called. I appreciate her checking on me, but she did, and it was because I remember it was a couple of days in Chicago. It was like 105 and 106.
That's it. And more than 600 people died. Most of them
I didn't know.
People on the south and west sides of Chicago. I mean, it there was like a serious problem.
Now,
And,
will that be at
sort of,
IIT or will that be at the Grill?
that's going to be at IIT Sunday, September 29th from 1 to 4 p.m. The tickets are free.
Okay.
It's free and it's open to the community. Now, all the tickets have been booked online, and there's a possibility some folks might not show up. So if you are interested, just come and we'll try to accommodate you and find a seat for you. But it's a very serious documentary about what happens when natural disasters affect different area codes differently.
Okay.
Even in the same city, you could have zip codes that are right next to each other.
Right.
Nobody dies in one zip code, 100 people died in another zip code, and that documentary explores why.
Okay, great.
So then we're gonna take a break from Monday to Friday because everybody on the film festival team has a 9-to-5 job. So
Okay, I understand. So do DJs because we can't make our money off of just doing that. So
exactly.
Okay, so you're picking it back up next Friday?
Picking it back up Friday, October 4th at Studio Movie Grill. We are doing a 35th year anniversary screening of Beach Street. Now, I don't know if you remember Beach Street, but
my co-host.
Yes.
Tell her what you said.
My generation.
Oh, absolutely. I was in high school, Mendel Catholic School, graduate.
Mm-hmm.
Saw that at Evergreen Plaza.
That's right, Evergreen.
Okay.
And it was the first time that Beach Street was the first time that the world saw hip-hop, music, dance, culture, and fashion. Like, it was the introduction. It was the world debut.
So it was revolutionary.
Shockwaves. It was revolutionary because you had these young Black and Latino men and women in the Bronx who were just expressing themselves, who were just creating something, and the world has not been the same. Like, literally, it changed music culture, it changed popular culture. Hip-hop is now American music. When you talk about American music, it's really hip-hop. And so Beach Street opened the doors because, remember, they wouldn't play it on radio.
Right, exactly. I remember.
It wasn't on early MTV. Unless you went to New York, you couldn't.
It was basically underground. It was. And nobody knowing it.
It's just underground, exotic subculture, but Beach Street blasted the doors open. I remember going to see it at Evergreen Plaza and getting yelled at my mom because me and my cousins was in the aisle trying to break dance.
Oh, yeah.
It's not break dancing, it's break your neck dancing. A lot. I mean, just a lot.
It wasn't easy trying to dance in there because, those floors in there were really sticky.
I know they were dirty. But the aisles, everybody under the age of 25 was on their feet.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, it was just like you couldn't even control yourself. The movie has been off screens for a very long time. It's sort of been lost to history. We're going to bring it back and put it on the big screen and pay tribute to what we feel was like the introduction of hip-hop culture to the world. So that's very great. And we got Tidal to sponsor us. The next day we're going to do Saturday, October 5th, we're going to show a lot of short films by a diverse range of Chicago filmmakers. We've got documentaries, we've got action films, we've got science fiction. We have some comedy. We have a comedy film that is just bananas. It's called Softest. It's one of my favorites this year. And then the final day of the festival is Sunday, October 6th. We're going to show a film made on the South Side with some house music in it called The Debauchery Ball. You know anything about The Debauchery Ball?
I do know because I used to DJ when I was real young for the Jewel Box Review, which is kind of a precursor to that.
Yes, so this wonderful filmmaker from the South Side, David Weatherby, got together with the organizers of the Debauchery Ball, and he showed up with the camera last year.
Okay.
And he just filmed these folks living their lives, expressing their sexuality through house music and being free. And it is a beautifully filmed movie. I mean, it just the colors, the dancing, the music, it's stunning. It is absolutely incredible. We're screening that at 1 p.m. on Sunday, October 6th at Studio Movie Grill. So that would be a great day for you all, WHPK.
Okay,
I want y'all to come out for Beach Street, and I want you all to come out for Debauchery Ball.
I'm going to be there for everything except tonight. And that's the one I
Okay,
really
cool.
want to go to. But we'll be there with microphones and people's faces and cameras.
Wonderful.
But I want to get it out simply because on both channels, even though HBK is basically Chicago based, we are worldwide on the net, and we do have a website, and I want it to get out. So maybe the fourth one will be bigger and better. And if folks want to get some information, how can they?
SouthsideFilmFest.org, SouthsideFilmFest.org, or go to Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. We're posting 15, 20 times a day. We have, we're giving updates, especially on ticket sales for tonight, to let really push people to go to Eventbrite and make sure that there's a place for them. They're not standing outside.
Okay.
So yeah, SouthsideFilmFest.org. But the most recent, the most up-to-date information is going to be on Facebook.
Okay, thank you for calling in,
Thank you for having me on.
Because it continues next Friday. Hopefully, well, two things. One, I want to get somebody to come down to Global, and I'm gonna get your number and stuff after I get through.
Okay.
Because we want to get somebody to come in next Friday to remind folks here at HBK, and during the week,
you know what? I'll do it. I'm committed. I'll come in next Friday the 4th, especially, and I really want to talk about Beach Street and early hip-hop culture and how hip-hop sort of made its way into Chicago. So I would come in on Friday the 4th and talk about early hip-hop culture in Beach Street.
And that's very entwined with WHBK because we were the first station in Chicago that played hip-hop constantly.
I know.
We were the first ones to play Common. So we're really linked to hip-hop because we were one of the originators in playing.
HBK was playing a lot of songs, GCI and all the rest of the stations were not playing, and it didn't necessarily to do with bad language either.
No, because some of them were just happy songs, having fun. It had nothing to do with profanity.
Or they were militant. They were like Black Power. So a lot of people felt politically it was inappropriate. It was going to offend their older audience.
Oh yeah, it happened because when I was playing stuff, I was getting calls. They were saying, that King George guy, I don't like what he played. It was revolutionary. They were talking about destroying things, and I know we were just saying, y'all better act right or we're going to act out. That's all. That's all that was. But thank you. Hold on for a second. I got to go back to playing music. And thank you. And I will see you.
Very much.
I'll be seeing you the rest of the week. So hold on.
See you soon.
Okay, hold on.
Sorry, baby.